Good day everyone, my name is Jenny Grace D. Manilhig, taking up Bachelor of Elementary Education. So for today's topic, we will be discuss about the topic of waste pollution and the effects of the environment. So when we say waste pollution means littering civic waste, particularly household waste into places not designated to dispose of it. It is mainly caused by mismanagement of solid waste when garbage is not lifted from streets and areas to carry it to landfill sites for its final disposal. So it all happens to owe to the poor system, either garbage collection. So now let's proceed to the next topic, which is the effects of waste pollution to the environment. So first is soil contamination. So contamination occurs by spilling and burying hazardous components in soil. So we need to be watchful of how we process hydrocarbons, solvents, pesticides, heavy metals, and leads. Second is water contamination. So, water is an excellent solvent. It can numerous dissolved chemicals. As a result, while moving through water picks up pollution along the way, it is often has dissolved substances like various chemical and gases. Fourth is air contamination. So, air contamination, the chemicals released which accumulated and contribute to the ozone layer and also hurt the surroundings, human population. Methane gas adds to it as well, besides with chemicals such as dioxin out there. The air has been proven to harmful effects on us. Fifth is harm towards animal and marine life. So despite strict measures to stop it, we keep seeing that continual dumping of garbage, raw or untreated sewage. Any animal or marine life coming in contact gets impacted in the worst of ways. The inevitable formation of algal bloom and cluster contaminates and eventually suffocates marine life such as coral and fish. And lastly, human damage. So human damage consider the majority of the human population where we do not see the scientific waste management system, such as places may possess a system, but there is no disposal area to be found.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmate. Today I'm going to discuss the types of pollution. Pollution is the introduction of substances or energy that cause adverse changes in the environment and living entities. Any changes in the environment which results in its harmful effect is called pollution of the environment, and the agents which causes the pollution is called the pollutants. There are three major types of pollution: are air pollution, water pollution, land pollution. And other types of pollution are light pollution, noise pollution, soil pollution. Air pollution refers to the release of harmful contaminants just like chemicals, toxic gases, particulates, biological molecules, etc. into the Earth's atmosphere. Air pollution is visible. We cannot see. Air pollution is when noxious gases and chemicals suspended into the air. Second, water pollution is said to occur when toxic pollutants and particulate matter are introduced into water bodies, such as lakes, rivers, and seas. Water pollutions are generally introduced by human activities like improper sewage treatment and soil spills. Third is the land pollution. Is another one of the big three pollution types affecting the human population. Other types of pollution are noise pollution. Noise pollution is caused by the loud noises that can hurt the human ears. refers to the excessive amount of noise in the surrounding that disrupts the natural balance. Usually, it's man-made through certain natural calamities, like volcanoes can contribute to noise pollution. Second is soil pollution. Soil pollution, also called soil contamination, refers to the degradation of land due to the presence of chemicals or other man-made substances in the soil. The last is light pollution. Light pollution is using electric lights to light up the sky is the cause. While lights are great for helping us to see at night, too many lights cause light pollution, blocking out the night sky. Light pollution can also be harmful to animals. For example, the light of big cities can confuse migrating birds.
Hi, good morning. My name is Eva Joy Umacob, and today I'm going to talk about the sources of pollution. So there are three types of pollution: air pollution, water pollution, and land pollution. So let's start first with the air pollution. The number one source of air pollution is the vehicle exhaust fumes, which happen to release high amounts of carbon monoxide. Examples are buses and trucks. Next is exhaust from industrial plants and factories. So similar to exhaust being released from vehicles, heavier machinery located inside big factories and industrial plants also emit pollutants into the air. Examples are factories of chemicals and papers. And the last one is household activities. Common household chemicals, like notably bleach, without proper ventilation, is a primary source of air pollution. Example is tobacco smoking could also release toxic pollutants into the air. The next type of pollution is the water pollution. So these are the sources of water pollution. Number one, industrial waste. Industries and industrial sites across the world are a major contributor to water pollution. It produces waste in the form of toxic chemicals and pollutants. Some still do not have proper waste management system. So in that case, industrial waste is dumped into nearby freshwater systems. Next is marine dumping. The process of marine dumping is exactly what it sounds like, dumping garbage into the water of the ocean. It might seem crazy, but household garbage is still collected and dumped into oceans by many countries across the world, and these items can take anywhere from 2 to 200 years to decompose completely. Last is agriculture. Farmers often use chemicals and pesticides. When these substances seep into the groundwater, they can harm animals, plants, and humans. When it rains, the chemical mix with rainwater, which then flows into the rivers and streams that filter into the ocean and causing further water pollution. The last type of pollution is land pollution, and these are the sources of land pollution. Number one, increase of urbanization. Construction uses of forest land. Move constructions means increase in demand for raw materials like timber. This leads to the exploitation and destruction of forest. Number two, increase in agricultural land. As the human population grew, there was a greater demand for food. This caused more land allocated to agriculture. Forests were cut down for this purpose. Number three, domestic waste. Every single day, tons and tons of domestic waste is dumped anywhere. If all these waste are not disposed properly, the damage they can do to environment can be devastating. We throw away more things today, and there is an increase in the quantity of solid waste. This has given rise to problems as new dumping grounds have to be found. And the last one is agricultural activities. Besides domestic waste, pesticides and herbicides used by farmers to increase crop yields also pollute the land when they are washed into the soil.